My name is The Wounded Child, and I am 8 years old. I was raised by a single Black woman in Northeast Washington, D.C. My mom met my dad at a very young age. She had me at 19 and worked hard to escape the life that came with being the girlfriend of a well-known kingpin. I would see my dad and brothers whenever my mom would drop me off at my aunt's house, and I never understood why I couldn't go home with them. This made me very sad. I saw a lot growing up in DC: drugs, alcohol, gun violence, you name it. I remember this one time my big cousin's boyfriend came into the room when my cousin left for work and took me into the living room. He started playing nasty stuff on the TV and made me watch it. I was scared. My schizophrenic aunt, who rarely leaves her room, came out right in time and asked, "What's going on in here?" She grabbed my hand and took me to her room. That wasn't the first time a man touched me. I was younger, but I don't really remember all of the details. I tried to forget it. I never told my mama because I didn't want her to keep me away from my cousins. I wish my daddy was there for me then. He wasn't around much, but I did have two favorite uncles. My Uncle Danny, my little cousin Desiree's father, and Uncle Rufus, my little cousin Marcus' father. Uncle Danny was on drugs real bad, but he was always nice and loving to me. But he didn't treat Auntie Adrian the same, though. One night, I was in the backseat of my Aunt Stephanie's car and her husband, Uncle Rufus, jumped in. I was so excited to see him, but something felt different. He was really angry at Aunt Stephanie about something, and he beat her really bad right in front of me. She was screaming, and I was crying, yelling, "Stop," but he wouldn't. I never viewed men the same after this. Anyway, my mama was strict. She told me what to wear, when, and how to talk. I was afraid of her. I remember one night I was in bed asleep and this woman came and sat down next to me. She tucked me in and kissed my forehead. I felt so loved. I woke up the next day and I asked my mom if she was the one that had tucked me in and kissed my forehead. She said, "What are you talking about?" I knew at that very moment that I was different. I'm still present in Brittany's life. All of the abandonment issues, anger, hurt, fear of being vulnerable and close to people, especially men, reside within me. I provide her with the space to hide from everything and everyone. Whenever she's scared, I'm right there. Brittany has been talking to me more lately, trying to remember certain things from the past so that she can heal, but I have everything under control. I can feel her changing, and it doesn't make me feel good. I've always been here to protect her. She wants to lead the way now, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to let her. My name is Young Rebel, and I'm 14 years old. I love hanging out with my friends and having a good time. A lot of people think that I'm a hoe because I hang out with girls who have sex with a lot of guys, but I'm not. I like my crew because I feel like I can be myself. Young, wild, and free. Free to be whoever I want to be. We are all misunderstood by our families, and that's why I love them so much. I finally feel like I belong. I'm in high school now, and I skip class just about every day. I mean, the work is easy. I'll make it up at some point. I'd rather hang out, smoke some weed, have some fun, dance, and chill with my crew. Do you know that my history teacher, Miss Chandler, had the nerve to look for me while I was skipping her class, going to all 3 lunches? And she told me to go back to her room because my mom was on the phone. Let me tell you, I walk in that class, it's quiet as hell. I pick up the phone and my mom says, "Wait until I get home." I hung up the phone so fast and plotted my great escape right there in Miss Chandler's class. I was tired of following the rules, being the ideal daughter, and getting my head knocked off of my shoulders whenever I would do or say something my mother didn't like. Now it's time to rebel. I decided I'm going to listen to myself from now on and connect with people who feel the same way I do. I went home, packed my bags, and ran away. I felt so liberated. Yeah, I still play a major role in Brittany's life. Whenever she feels suppressed or restrained, I appear. You see, I give her the strength to make decisions for herself. Are they always the right decisions? Probably not. But every moment is a teachable moment. I encourage her to speak up for herself and others who need a voice, regardless of the consequences. Oh, we get really creative and calculated with ours. Super determined to get the desired results by any means necessary. Yeah, I've gotten her in some trouble along the way, but she survived and became stronger from it. But lately, I've been feeling her change. I'm not exactly sure what this means for us, but I'm sure she'll always call on me when it's time to put in work. I am the succubus, and I am 19 years old. After my first love, Dwayne, broke my heart, it was over for the rest of these boys out here. I tried over and over and over to love and desperately craved love in return. My experiences with men have always been trash, and I decided that I will make all of the men I encounter feel the pain that I've been feeling since I was a child. It took me a while to realize the sexual energy and power that I possess. But once I finally understood it, I made men my victim. I lured them in, seduced them a bit, and snatched their souls out of their bodies. It tastes and feels so good. Yeah, I'm still in Brittany's life. Whenever she's intoxicated, I appear. And the night goes on from there. I help her release the frustrations that she's been holding on to for years. Feed her deep and dark desires. And get justice for every woman who has ever been abused and misused by a man. Lately, Brittany has been very distant. She's been slowing down on her feedings, less liquor, sex, and weed. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with her. but I know she won't stray too far. Well, at least I hope not. I am the healer, and I'm 24 years old. I've always been a part of Brittany's life, but the trauma that she's experienced has kept her a bit stagnant and afraid of fully accepting her purpose. She's a giver, nurturer, leader, and an advocate for those without a voice at the core. But she sometimes allows her pain to overshadow this truth. I continue to work with her. I encourage her to speak about her experiences, the good and not so good. It's been tricky because she has created a space within her mind where all of the sad things she's experienced live and locked it away. But I am the key. I appear when Brittany is balanced, calm, sober, and inspired to do the work for herself first, so that she can pay it forward by helping others. I've been working super hard in the background, connecting with shamans, our honorable ancestors, earth angels, and guides to create opportunities for her to heal and learn from other healers. I've provided her with vivid dreams that have not always been the easiest to digest. And she's attempted to wash them away with all types of poisons, afraid to face herself and claim her gifts. It's been a roller coaster ride for sure. She's tried to run away so many times, but is finally realizing that there is no escaping her divine purpose. Again, this journey with Brittany has not been an easy one at all, but I will continue to work with her and ensure that she fulfills her destiny as a healer.